So the saying goes, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Or on today's internet, you become the villain before you even die. And nobody's safe. Not even new Chicago Bears head coach Ben Johnson. We are only one preseason game into this venture, and folks are already questioning Johnson, doubting him. Welcome back to Bears Yard. This your boy Vipe, and yes, you heard me correctly. People are already doubting Ben Johnson and some of the moves that he has made since he's become head coach of the Chicago Bears. The biggest point of consternation this week is the fact that Caleb Williams did not play in game one of the preseason. Yes, you heard me correctly. Again, people are questioning Ben Johnson because he held Caleb Williams out of game one of the preseason. Well, where is that Allen Iverson quote again?
We talking about practice.
Practice, okay? We talking about practice here. Not the regular season, not the playoffs, not the regular season. We talking about preseason here. But yes, folks are mad about this. And Ben Johnson explained his reasoning. Before the game started, he had Caleb and the starters out there doing a pre-game workout, right? I think they were out there for some 30, 40 plays or whatever before the game started. And then the day after the preseason game, the starters who did not play had to show up for practice, so they got more reps. So in Ben Johnson's mind, he felt like he and the team and Caleb Williams was able to get in more practice, more reps, without them having to participate in the preseason game. Because let's be real, if Williams had been in the preseason game, he only would have played, 10, 15, 20 snaps, if that. He got a lot more reps than that before the game and then the day after in the practice that they participated in. Now, the argument is that live game reps are better, but as I said before in a previous video, it is the preseason. You are talking about vanilla defenses and an increased chance for injury that is unnecessary to your franchise quarterback. It is not worth it. Not to mention, we are talking about Ben Johnson, who has 13 years of experience in the NFL, the same Ben Johnson who ran a top 10 offense 3 years in a row in Detroit, the same Ben Johnson who was the most coveted head coach candidate of the past 5 years. That's the Ben Johnson we're talking about, and we're already questioning the moves that he's making as it relates to his squad. Why? Do you think, not saying y'all because y'all pretty cool, but do these people out here think that they know more football than Ben Johnson? No, you don't. That man has been in the league for over a decade as a coach. Even Declan Doyle talked about how the idea for the starters practicing the day after a preseason game came from Hall of Fame coaches like Bill Parcells and future Hall of Fame coach Sean Payton. That's where Ben got the idea from, right? So Ben Johnson, who's been in this league as a coach in some capacity for 13 years now, and who has been around head coaches and things like that, and has relationships with these people who know the game of football, and Ben Johnson, who has been very successful himself as an offensive coordinator, is running his team how he sees fit, and he's moving as he thinks will be best for the Chicago Bears, and folks are already questioning it. It's kind of crazy. That's not the only thing that they're questioning, though. We're also talking about this left tackle position and the possibility that rookie Aussie Chapillo could be the week one starting left tackle for the Bears. And some people are questioning that. Now, obviously, this is more of a hypothetical because that's not a reality yet. We still got a few weeks to go. But even if it becomes a possibility and Aussie Chapillo is the starting left tackle for week one, why are you questioning Ben Johnson again? Actually, why are we even questioning this at all when Bron Jones was the starting left tackle as a rookie, 3 or 4 years ago? We actually have precedent for this. So I'm not sure why y'all are questioning the fact that we will have a rookie left tackle out there. I explained this in yesterday's video. A healthy Aussie Chapillo is better than a crippled Bron Jones. He is still not 100% healthy. I don't care what they say. The man talking about finally feeling his ankle again, because remember, he's recovering from a broken ankle. So he's still recovering from that broken ankle, and he's talking about just now feeling his ankle. We are 4 weeks away from game 1 of the NFL season, and he's just now feeling his ankle. I don't know how many of y'all understand just how important an ankle is for somebody like an offensive lineman who has to anchor on the ankle. I know it's kind of crazy. You kind of need to be confident in that ankle to play your best offensive line. And if Bron Jones is still not confident in his ankle with 4 weeks to go before game 1 starts, no, I don't know if he's a very good option, even though he does have the NFL experience. Sure, I can't argue that. But he's not fully healthy. He's still trying to regain his confidence that he can play the position. Meanwhile, you got Aussie Chapillo over here who's 100% healthy, has not missed a rep, and has looked competent in camp. It's a no-brainer to me. Of course you start Aussie Chapillo. But people are actually questioning this. And it just blows my mind. What are we talking about here? Why are we questioning this? As I said in yesterday's video, just let Braxton heal 100% fully and start Aussie Chapillo at left tackle. Thank you very much. Again, we got Bear fans and media out here questioning a man who, I will repeat, was the hottest head coach candidate of the past 5 years. Everybody wanted him to be their head coach, but he chose to come to Chicago, mind you. Chose to come here. We are questioning a man, or I should say, they are questioning a man who ran a top 10 offense for 3 years in a row. You are questioning a man who has 13 years of NFL experience as a coach. And Ben Johnson has coached practically every offensive position since he's been in the league. He's been a wide receiver coach. He's been a tight end coach. I think he was a running back coach. He's coached all over the offense. So he knows what he's doing. Even the other coaches around the NFL respect him. Mike McDaniels had this quote recently about Ben Johnson. He said that, "I have the highest regard for him as a coach. Offensive football is made to have kind of an attack-like pretense to it. He attacks all the time. He's innovative and puts his players in position to succeed." That is coming from Mike McDaniel, who is another well-respected coach in the NFL. Not to mention his players are already buying in to the philosophy that he's preaching them. No block, no rock. You mess up in practice, you get called out. Anytime you interview a Bear player these days, they talk about how intense he is. And they also talk about his attention to detail. And I told you all this before. His attention to detail has sorely been missing from this Chicago Bears team for a long time. So the fact now that we're basically almost not really, but kind of like going back to the beginning and getting the fundamentals down for these players is going to pay dividends when the regular season starts in week 1. Hell, it already showed up in preseason week 1. Did you see Luther Burden go out with 1 second left and set up that Cairo Santo field goal? Did you see that? That is attention to detail that was sorely lacking from this team. Stuff like that wins you football games. But yet we want to question him because he held a quarterback, the franchise quarterback, out of a preseason game. Man, in the video, bro. It's just in the video. What are your thoughts? Are you questioning Ben Johnson? Do you have doubts about Ben Johnson? Or are you willing to let it play out and see how he performs in his first year as head coach of the Chicago Bears? Let me know. Drop a comment. Make sure you subscribe to the Yard for more things Chicago Bears. And if you want more of my Bears thoughts and opinions, check out that video right there.